What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Football talk with Jay and Five Star, man. Y'all know how we do it. Make sure I go and follow my guy on Twitter, man, and he does the Wagering World as well on his own YouTube channel, podcast, all that good stuff, man. Make sure y'all go follow my guy, Five Star. He been coming through, bringing us some great plays every single week, man. So y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Go follow him on Twitter, all that good stuff. Five, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, good morning, Jay. Always good to be with you, man. Hey, let's keep winning, man. We here for one reason only. It's us against the Bookers. It's us versus the machine. Let's go.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Let's get straight to it, man. It's all business here. We know the people are gonna start funneling in here as we get through the show, man. But we got plenty of football to talk about. I think it's like a stretch of 49 straight days, right? Five, where it's football every single day. You got these college games during the week and stuff, man. So if you're a football bettor, it's definitely a great time. I mean, you're gonna have some in a little while. You're gonna have baseball, basketball, hockey, and football. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have everything, man. So. Let's
This
get
when
straight
you
to
making
it.
Christmas money, Jay. I tell all my group, it's put your money up for them kids for Christmas right now because, as you said, we got 49 straight days. Number football, it's gonna be. You got MAC football on Wednesdays. You got Conference USA and Sun Belt on Tuesday. So every day of the week we got football. Your season is coming up with basketball. So you know me, I'm gonna stay out the way. I'm gonna just lean to you when I want to make a little quick basketball play. I'm gonna stick with that football, man. But it's a good time for football bettors like myself.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Let's get straight into it, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Cincinnati, man. Bengals getting 5.5 at the crib versus the Steelers in this one. The Steelers, a little bit of an older team, five, but they didn't surprise everybody. Aaron Rodgers balling out, even the guys on their defense balling out over there. Bengals really struggling. Went over there and got Joe Flacco over there, man. It's crazy because the coach Mike Tomlin was like, man, well, y'all helping out people in the division, man. Y'all see them struggling. Don't help their ass out, man. But it would have been nice if they would have sent Shador or something over there. Wouldn't it have been crazy?
Damn, do that.
You don't
Cleveland know
want to
what
play
they
them,
got.
but you don't want to send them no boy, no.
Cleveland know what they got. He gonna outlast Stefanski. They're gonna get rid of Stefanski ass, and then they're gonna bring in a real coach, and Shador gonna be the guy because their owner is the one who booked the system and went and drafted Shador. Nobody was supposed to touch him. You know how it is in the NBA when they put you on their blacklist like they did Melo. Russ just went through it. Russ had to wait all the way. He ended up going to the Kings. Thank God that they showed him enough respect because there's no way to the great pro that we've seen. I know Westbrook make you mad if you're better. You know, he was with Houston, he was with us, but it's no doubt about the effort that he brings. You're right there in Denver. You saw how hard he played for the Nuggets. You saw Jokic and all those guys loved him. So you get blackballed sometimes when you're not moving the way that they want you to move. It's a corporate game, man, and Shador is going to end up being okay, bro, at the end of the day. He's going to outlast the hate because if you could play, it's going to always end up working out. If you put in the work, the Lord going to create a way for you. So I think he'll be okay.
Nah, it's a fact there, man. They somebody must have got me. I thought I had saw somewhere that the Browns had already fired Stefanski, but that was
it
probably
might happen. It might have happened this morning. They said this week.
No. This was like a few days ago where I thought I had saw something saying that he had got fired, but you know how it is today, man. So you never know, motherfucker will say something and it'll start to go, you know what I'm saying, viral and stuff. But they should have fired his ass. But that's regards to that. We ain't talking about the Browns right now. But as far as this game. Five, what do you think happens? You think the Steelers keep it rolling? Obviously, Bengals in need of a win. I mean, they got at least a little bit better quarterback play there. It's just can they keep it? This is a division game. Two teams know each other. I know that Tomlin's not necessarily that great on Thursday night games, but I mean, you see an opportunity. You got to win these winnable games as well versus the bad teams. But I know, like in recent years, he wasn't good on Thursday night football. That definitely wasn't that good as a road favorite as well. But it seemed like the script is somewhat flipped this year. How do you think the Steelers fare in Cincinnati tonight?
That's why I love coming on here with you, Jay. Jay is a handicapper, man. He always has the information, man, and that's some real information you just dropped about Tomlin in these Thursday night games, man. He's 2-9 in Thursday night football games on the road as the head coach. Overall, the Steelers are only 14-21 in Thursday games. And I think the reason why is because he was one of those guys who really pushed back about Thursday night football. He hates it because it makes sense why he doesn't like it. It's for the entertainment aspect. It's for business. This is for money for the NFL. But for the players, it's hell because you're coming off Sunday. You're not off your normal schedule. I'm sure on Sundays, I'm not mistaken, from my homies who play in the NFL, most of the teams, They take off on Mondays. Tuesday, they do a little rehab. Wednesday is when they really get into the meat of the team that they're playing for the weekend. So when they do these Thursday night games, man, that cuts all that out. It's no rehab time. And then the Steelers are an older team. They're old on offense and defense. You look at both sides of the ball, they got a lot of big-time players, but they're on the, backside of their careers. But Tomlin likes working with veterans. All right, coming to this game, you got the Steelers. They won last week 23-9 against Cleveland. Made Dylan Gabriel look crazy. And now they're trying to get a win against Cincinnati. They've won 12 of their last 15 games in Cincinnati, so that's a good thing. The Bengals will be without their best defensive player most likely because he hasn't practiced all week. There's Trey Hendrickson. Yeah. He's their big-time rush in. He probably won't be there next year. I expect them to either trade him or he signed with someone else, man, because he's a really good player, and he's just wasting his years over there in Cincinnati. They will get back. He's wasting time over there with them, man. But now they're going to get back Shamar Stewart. The kid from A&M who went over there. Just another reason why you never want to send your kid to the Bengals. Look at all the stuff Shamar Stewart went to just to sign, bro. They drafted him and put him through hell just to give him a contract. But he's back. I don't know how the team morale is right now for Cincinnati. I just don't know how that locker room is responding. Jamar Chase did look better last week in the second half against Green Bay with Flacco, but Flacco's like he's old, man. You know how old car, you got an old car, you have to let it run a little while before it crank up.
Hey, they say this the Unk Bowl.
Yeah,
they call this the Unk Bowl.
Shout out Aaron Rodgers, man. I kicked it with Aaron Rodgers at the Venetian maybe 2 years ago. We was out there for my wife's birthday. We stayed the whole weekend, and he was in the same little private suite area that we were in, and we were seeing each other in the highway and was chopping it up every day, bro, and took some pictures. He a good dude, man. He brought some drinks for my wife. He a good dude, bro. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers also hates it, but I'm riding with the Steelers just the first half, Jay, because what we just talked about the Steelers don't have a good record for the full game. They don't cover, but I think that they will come out with a better game plan than Cincinnati will come out with. Steelers are 4-1 on first half spreads this year. They've won 4 straight first halves against the spread. Since the Burrows went down, the Bengals have lost every first half outright and haven't covered, man. We're not going to mess with the full game, but I do think that early Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf get them on the board, and I think that the defense can hold. Maybe late Cincinnati comes back and cover, but honestly, I think that the Steelers should dominate this game. My model says that the Steelers should win this game by about 9 to 10 points, but I'm just going to rock with the first half and -3.
Yeah, I can't talk you off here as well, man. I was gonna ask you something, Five. I had forgot. I didn't want to cut you off, man. I was gonna ask you something, man. But regards to that, people in the chat, we got my guy Wham in the chat. You know what that is, right? Five, that's Ski homie from LA over there.
Oh, really? Wham. Okay, shout out.
Yeah,
that's I met him.
I mean, you should have. That's like Ski, then the right hand man. I focus.
Okay, I probably have.
Ask you about it. No, I know. I was about to ask you. Did you gas up with Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, no, we did gas up. We had some drinks. He was on something because he was feeling good. He was talking, boy.
He definitely smoked.
He probably
he already knows. He went on that little private retreat. You know what I'm saying? That he said he was smoking a lot of weed and stuff. So I just messed around.
He from the Bay Area, so
he gas up for sure. Good OG.
Yeah, he a cool dude, man. I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, damn, boy, you meet people. And it's amazing how when the media don't like certain people, they paint a picture of them. And then you meet them and you talk to them. This dude had such a peaceful aura about him. Like, I'm like, whatever he's doing with this studying things that people are laughing at him about, it really comes across with him as a human. So I like Aaron Rodgers a lot. He changed a lot about my perspective of him because I was only going by what the media said. I thought he was a jerk, but, man, he was nothing like that. Yeah.
Wham say we gas. Well, you might not have gassed up with Aaron Rodgers.
Wham, my bad, baby. Shout out Wham. Shout out Wham. I remember you, boy. You was in the Tesla with me. Yeah, he jumped in the Tesla with me.
Yeah, I fucked with Wham, man.
Yeah, that's my dog. My bad, Wham.
We're gonna be on that NBA for sure, man. But yeah, I got 5 liking Steelers here. Was it -3 for the first half?
First half -3. Yeah.
Bet he liking first half -3. Yeah, I don't really have no thoughts, man. I'd like to go contrary and go with the Bengals, but I mean, shit, you know how it is, bro. When they start losing that confidence, they don't even want to play no more. That's when you start to get to be like, you know what, we just here for the money. Like, fuck it, man. So I know, like, Jamar Chase, them, they getting tired of running these good routes, being wide open. And the quarterback can't even get them the ball, man. So I ain't messing with this guy. Like I say,
Rodgers too, Jay. This is another thing to keep in mind on this game when you're approaching it. They're 5-1. They're winning the division.
Yeah.
Really, to themselves, Rodgers and Tomlin, like, damn, this might be one of our last windows to do something. Let's do something. I don't think they're going to waste time messing with the Bengals and letting them, get them a loss right now when they're at the top of the division, because they know that sooner or later the Ravens will get healthy and you will get Lamar Jackson back. So I think the Steelers are going to want to try to pad that lead.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I ain't, man. Yeah, the Steelers are nothing. That's a good thoughts there by getting them to them early, just in case, they get into the WWE shit, man. But yeah, Steelers are nothing in this one, man. Let's go to the other Thursday night game. We're going to jump over to college real quick, man. We're going over here to East Carolina, laying 16.5 points versus Tulsa. And this one, total sitting at 54-5. What you like to hear?
Okay, so Tulsa is 2-4 overall this season. After a 2-2 start, now they've lost back-to-back games. They upset Oklahoma State and surprised me. I was watching the game and they look
Oklahoma State was just ass. Yeah,
I realized they just was booty. That was all it was. Like,
I was watching that game too, bro.
Oklahoma State, just real briefly about them. Shout out to the mullet. He retired, but he got fired. He don't give a damn. He made that money. But he a real one. Every dude that I know who went to Oklahoma State love that guy, man. And Oklahoma State was a solid program. What happened, a lot of people don't know, is T. Boone Pickens died. And he was their guy who gave them all the money before everybody was doing all the NIL stuff. Yeah. He was a billionaire from Oklahoma State, and he was making sure that Gundy had that bag to go take care of the kids and get them over there. Since he died, they haven't found anyone else to step up in the boost. That's why Gundy said that stuff he said before the Oregon game. Like, it's easy to win when you got somebody giving you that bag, because, they got Phil Knight in Oregon. That's the game within the game. Like, you got to go get that money. That's one of the reasons Nick Saban retired, is because he didn't have the advantage anymore. Before they was paying people and nobody else really was able to match.
I knew they was doing that shit, man.
I knew that's the game within the game. But more to this game, the kid that started against Oklahoma State was a kid named Baylor Hayes. He was pretty good. His coach, I don't know why his coach Trey Lamb thinks he's like Baker Mayfield. I wouldn't give him all that, but he's got a little confidence. He can run around a little bit, which is good. But they only average 18 points a game, man. That's 120th in the nation. It's only 36 schools in Division I, so that's not good. They're a defensive first team, and they like to run the ball. Then you got the Hurricanes also allowing 26 points per game, which is pretty good. They're 83rd, right in the middle of the pack on that. So they're a pretty good defensive team, but I don't think they're going to have anything for this East Carolina team. Even though they're 3-3, the record doesn't show how potent this offense is. Really, they got a really good quarterback in Caden Hauser. He's came a long way. Last year, I faded him a lot because he was throwing a lot of interceptions. He's protected the ball much more this year, only 4 interceptions with 8 touchdown passes. The thing that I like most about East Carolina's offense is that they have a lot of weapons, bro. They got all types of different options at receivers, 4 different wide receivers with at least 200 yards, and then they have a solid running back in London Montgomery. They're averaging 28.5 points per game. But the biggest thing that I like about ECU is their defense, man. Their defense is solid. Only giving up 15.5 points a game, man. That's 15th best in the whole country. They're 4-2 against the spread this season. They're also 2-1 against the spread when they play at home, but they're 3-0 against the spread as favorites. So when they get teams that they're supposed to beat, they usually beat them and they usually cover. Another thing to look at on this game is the under on both of these teams. The under is 5-1 what ECU has played this season, and they're 3-0 when the total has been set at 54 in a game. And then you look at Tulsa, same thing. The under is 3-0 when they play on the road, and the under is 3-0 when the total has been set at 54 or higher. So even though I'm not a big totals guy, when I do play totals, I like to play the over. On this one, I do like the under on this game, 54, and I like the side of ECU at minus. It's down to 16.5. I think that they're going to cover that. I think they're going to blow out Tulsa, and I think Tulsa's going to have a really hard time moving the ball. East Carolina is going to be a little tick this week, man, because they were covering against Tulane last week. I had Tulane, so it was a blessing for me. But ECU could have won that game very easily.
Yeah.
Tulane's coach said he wasn't going for it at the end of the game. Instead of taking a knee, he scores the touchdown and gets the cover for his alumni, for guys who bet him like me. So I appreciate that. But they blew the cover late, man. So I think they're going to be fired up this game. So give me East Carolina minus 16.5, and I also lean towards the under 54 on that one.
Yeah, like you say, you always you definitely want to go with them favors that's in bounce back mode. That's a little bit pissed off as well, man. So, like you say, sometimes something good to note when a team will have a good game. Sometimes you like, was it this team or was it really just the other team ass? And that's exactly what happened with that Oklahoma State game. Because after that, they got smacked. They got beat by 17 by Tulane, then got smacked 45-7 versus Memphis, man. So. Pretty much just come down to earth, man. The only other win they had was versus Abilene Christian. So maybe East Carolina smacked these boys up by 3 touchdowns tonight, man. 5 is saying we should ride with East Carolina. Isn't it the Pirates, right? The Pirates, land 16.5. Maybe they smack these boys up by 3 touchdowns, man. So and also, like you said, take a good look at the under. Tulsa can't really score. More of a little defensive team, and East Carolina probably hold them down to probably somewhere about like 10 points or some shit, man.
10 to 17. I'm looking for the score to be 30-17 up in there, 31-17. Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it because East Carolina probably put some points up on their ass, man. No real look ahead. They got Temple on deck. So, looking for East Carolina. Yeah, I like that spot for sure, man. Let's get over here to Michigan in this one, man. They've been making jokes about Michigan all week. Michigan lands 6 at the crib versus Washington, and this one total sitting at 50.5, my brother. What you like to hear?
Well, they've been making jokes because Sharon Moore came to the press conference when I remember we used to hustle in Houston, right? Yeah. When I was on the grind, you would put on either a mechanic shirt or you'll put on a construction little vest. I'm giving y'all some free game right here. Hopefully ain't no police over here. Hopefully no police follow your show, Jay. But you used to put that on so that you can move around and do what you do in the daytime and get your bread. So he came to the press conference, man, with the mechanic shirt on and said it's time to go back to work. Nobody wanted to hear that, man.
That's some corny ass shit.
Corny as hell. And they are after his whole gig. They won't send Yeti at Michigan. I called this 2 years ago that Harbaugh was going to lead this program, Sharon Moore. They're going to say, we got a black coach for the first time in Michigan and put him in a bad situation. Yeah. They were able to use the guy from Barstool that loves Michigan so much. I forgot his name.
Dave Portnoy, some shit.
Portnoy, he was able to come up with the bag, and they were able to poach Bryce Underwood from LSU because LSU had Bryce signed for 2 years or so. They ended up poaching him, getting him to come to Michigan. So he has to get Bryce Underwood playing well. I think they're going to give him another year. I don't think Michigan is a hasty program like that. I don't think that they're going to move up off of him this year, especially with all the stuff that was going on with the allegations and them cheating on the sidelines with Connor Stallions, stealing signals and all that. So I don't think they want to make that much noise. But I'm sure if Kurt Signetti agreed to the job, they'd tell Sharon, get up out of here. Yeah. But I don't think Signetti's going to move. But Sharon,
where's Signetti coach right now?
He's the guy at Indiana. He came from James. We made a bunch of money on him.
Indiana ain't letting his ass go.
Well, they probably can match the money, but now you're wondering like how much can you build in Indiana compared to building at Michigan? Or I know Penn State going at him like crazy because he's from Philadelphia. I hope Penn State never wins a game again the way that they did James Franklin, man. Pathetic, bro. James Franklin.
He lost the fucking quarterback, bro. He lost the quarterback.
He got an ass quarterback. He still took them to the national semifinals. Yeah. It's amazing to me that people in these alumni groups and these people who back these teams, they listen to the social media stuff, bro, and now everything is just ridiculous. You cannot win. It's only one national champion every year. It's only one Super Bowl champion. So if you're competitive and you're winning and you're right there, you continue to build on that. And James Franklin, people forget, bro, Penn State was known for Sandusky. Like nobody was going to Penn State. Why would I go to Penn State when they had a coach in here raping all these little boys and the bad – what they're known for is all negativity until James Franklin kind of made people forget about that because the way he carries himself, he
changed the whole game. He changed the whole
game, bro. They got all these great recruits over there now, but just that was wrong how they did him. And I hope that Sharon Moore gets another opportunity as well because I do think Sharon Moore can coach. He's won at Ohio State twice. Once as the interim coach when they had Harbaugh suspended, and last year's a big dog, like a 10.5 point dog. So that should give him some weight right there, but this is one of them situations, Jay, where if the line looks fun, it's probably money. There's no way Michigan should be -6, you would think, against Washington. Washington is a much better team than them. They got a kid that I really like, DeMar Williams. DeMar Williams last week became the 16th player in FBS history to throw for at least 400 yards and run for at least 100 yards in the same game. And he joined Lamar Jackson, Taysom Hill, and Johnny Manziel on that. This kid could play, bro. He's just a little bit undersized, though, you know. He's a little bit, but Michelob players. Yeah, that's for real, Sam. You're right, bro. They're going to fall off. They're going to go all the way to the bottom now. But as I was saying on this game, I like Michigan just, you know how I am with these first halves, Jay. I like to cut these games in half. What have we seen repeatedly from Washington? Starting slow, especially when they're on the road. That's a long trip going from Seattle up to the Detroit area.
Facts.
That's a long trip, man. And that's one of the things that people have to take in, consideration when you're betting these new Big Ten games, because the Big Ten and Pac-10 merged, as you know, where most of the members from the Pac-10 went over there. So now they got these long trips. So it's 9 a.m. in the morning with their bodies coming from Seattle on the West Coast like we are. And then now you're going up and playing on Eastern Standard Time in Detroit. So I think that they're going to start slow. I think Michigan's going to be really fired up. I think they're going to be able to run the ball early. I think we're going to see Bryce Underwood perform well. I'm not fading Washington for the whole game because they're number one in margin in the fourth quarter. Now they have an 80-10 margin on teams in the fourth quarter. Jed Fish makes great adjustments at halftime, and that team just really is a beast out of the locker room. So let's just go with the first half on the Michigan -3. I saw -105. This went up to -3 and a hook some places, but I take the 3. Stay right there on the 3. Michigan doesn't score enough. Yeah, they don't score enough points for me to lay that hook, man. So let's just go -3. Let's hope that Washington is sleepwalking early that morning and Michigan is fired up at home at the big house.
Yeah, I mean, you laid it down perfectly last week. Rutgers definitely covered that first half. Look at the full game. Got smacked. I think it was like 2 touchdowns. They got outscored by like 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and then that was the cover right there. But when the first half, shit, they was there. Was they up or they was losing by like 3 or something?
They won the money line. I had
the first half. First half. Yeah,
they might do it again this week. I don't have it on the list, but I like them against Oregon first half this week and the over because Rutgers puts up points in the first half, bro. You know that.
Nah, but I was just saying, as far as like Washington coming out scoring in the fourth quarter, you nailed that shit, boy. They smacked them. Yeah, they smacked them. So yeah, we looking to fade Washington once again. And there's something to keep in mind as well, man. Some teams just like that. They be a second half team where they could be coaching. They going in there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we're gonna make the adjustment. Some coaches are just really good in-game adjusters, and they go out there. Okay, we had a bad first half. This is what we're gonna do now. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign of a good coach, man. So some teams are just like that, where they'll play bad first halves but cover the full game, and some teams will do the opposite. They'll cover the first half and then piss away the full game. You know what I'm saying?
So the first half teams this year who do that consistently are Maryland, because Loxley can't coach. Rutgers, they don't have the defense to hold up. So as the game starts, they start messing up. Those two and Arkansas. Always plays good the first half as well. But as the game keeps going, the defense can't hold up. The teams that play the opposite way, like you're speaking of, for sure, is Washington, bro, because Jed Fish came up under Belichick. They're going to make those adjustments. They're going to kind of do like a box at the beginning of the rounds with the first half. Feel you out, keep it close, see where they're
like the weakness,
and when they see those weaknesses, you're through the second half.
Nah, facts. I like that. Arkansas came through last week. Oh, we got L Jizzle in the chat, man. We got LJ. Drop some plays in there for us one time.
LJ said he want to come on my show next week, so I'm gonna definitely bring him on, man. So I look forward to talking to him for the first time. We've watched each other from afar, but now 2 guys from Houston both can link up, man. So y'all watch for LJ coming on the show next week. I'm gonna definitely bring him on the Wagering World.
Yeah, LJ didn't. He said he coming out here, man, to Denver. We're gonna catch a Nuggets game. But yeah, LJ's came on my show plenty of time, man. He's always prepared, has good looks, got his shit wrote down. LJ official like a referee blowing the whistle, man.
Appreciate that for sure.
Let's get over here to Georgia in this one, man. Georgia lands 7.5 versus Ole Miss in this one, getting 7.5 on the road. Total sitting at 54. What you thinking about this one?
I think that Ole Miss is a fraud, and I think that last week. Shout out, what's up, Chapman? I think that Ole Miss is overrated. I think that they shouldn't have beat LSU, but they did, and you can only go with what happened. You saw last week, maybe they were looking ahead to Georgia, but I don't know, man. Lane Kiffin is kind of like, I like him as a play caller, but overall, as your head coach, he's just a fun guy. He's still kind of like a frat boy. You know what I mean? So,
but you got a young soul.
Yeah, he got a young soul. He want to still kick it and take some shots with the boys. He working out with them, and if he catch one of them seniors at the schoolhouse slipping, he gonna pull up on him. He one of them types. So Lane Kiffin, man, I don't know, man. I'm not messing with Kirby Smart against Lane Kiffin, bro. Like Lane Kiffin is not coming in buttoned up. He does. He's played well this year. They're undefeated, but it's just a perfect storm for me. Anytime I see that 7 and a hook.
Yeah, versus undefeated team. It's it. Versus a team that's undefeated.
It's a blowout. It's a blowout. The line look fun. It's probably money, man. It's a blowout. What they're going to do is bag you to say, man, I'm taking Mississippi with that 7.5 many points. Is Ole Miss score. Georgia's about to shut that stuff down, bro. They're not going to do much against them. And then also last year, and we bet Ole Miss on this show last year when they did it, when Jackson Dart got hurt, or was playing like he was hurt, and it ended up where the backup came in and went crazy. Austin, I forgot Austin's last name. He went crazy for them. He's hurt this year and ended up losing his job, but he came in and saved the day for them last year against Georgia because, man, Dart was scared as hell. He wasn't doing anything. We had Ole Miss first half last year. They ended up winning the game 28-10 on a blowout. Georgia is going to be wired for them to come inside those hedges. Georgia gonna beat their ass. Remember, I told you
Georgia's about to be pissed.
they're gonna beat their ass, man. We're going with Georgia on this. We're gonna lay the points and if you can buy it down to a prime number and get the 7, you could do it. I honestly don't think you're gonna need to, but you can. This is the first time that Trinidad Chambliss is gonna see what real football in the SEC is like, man.
Yeah.
This is the first time that he's gonna see it. He came
on the road too.
Yeah, he was at Ferris State, wherever the hell that is, with the Division II Player of the Year. He didn't look that good against LSU. The refs helped him a lot with some really strange calls, but they were at home. That's not happening on the road in Georgia and Athens. Give me the Bulldogs big on this one. I think Georgia gets it done and blows them out.
Hey, I like it. That line definitely looked funny, man. It's me. I hadn't really seen either one of the teams play. Well, I was watching some Georgia versus Tennessee, but there was a hell of a comeback as well versus Georgia. But yeah, I mean, it should look funny to me. You got a team 5-1, like over a touchdown. You'd be thinking this should be like 3.5, bro. So I think I was watching TV too, and then one of the guys was saying they'll probably blow out Ole Miss this week as well, man. So he thinking the same lines as you, like Georgia's gonna absolutely shut them down and nail it, man. So I ain't gonna talk y'all about you say if the line look funny, it's probably money, man. My guy Sam Miguel say, what you think about UCLA? Do we like them again this week? Are they riding high? They play. Don't they play Maryland or something? Don't they?
Yeah, I think they got. Let's see. Do they got? Yeah, I believe they do got Maryland.
I'm pretty sure it's Maryland at the crib though. I think they land like 3.5.
3.5. UCLA is getting real popular.
Three. I think you can get 3.
Yeah, they're getting real popular, bro. But in this one, it doesn't matter about the public being on their back. I think the UCLA gets it done just because Mike Locksley, bro, can't coach. That's the problem. He's going to get out coached by Tim Skipper and Jared Neuhauser. Those two can coach their asses out, bro. And they're doing a great job bringing back that UCLA team spirit, bro. Like they already had players, but for some reason they were not connecting with Deshaun Foster. Deshaun Foster is one of the cool unks. He one of them boys who's he gonna pull up to the hood. He's still banging. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pull up on the hood. He gonna smoke a few, get some boys to come to the school. And he did a great job recruiting, but I don't know what happened within that locker room where he had
he lost him.
I think it was Nico Imavilla because, as I spoke about on my show last week, Nico Imavilla, when he came to the school, I guess he thought it was just going to be his show. And I think Deshaun Foster was like, nah, you got to earn this. And they kind of had a little beef with each other because before the first game started, Nico wasn't even named the starter. He just ended up starting. They ended up playing him, but he didn't name him. He said it was still between him and the other guy.
That pissed
Now
him
he's
off.
gone. He pissed him off, and now look how Nico playing now. Now he's looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
He bro look totally different now, boy.
Yeah, he looked totally different. So Jared Newhouse is doing a great job. He was a UCLA quarterback as well, and his dad was the coach and a quarterback there. So they have a long tradition out there in Westwood. I think the UCLA definitely gets it done against Maryland. Maryland does have a good quarterback, though, boy. Malik Washington going to be a pro. He's good, but he can't overcome Loxley, man. He's going to have to get a new coach over there.
Okay. So, yeah, he say leaning towards UCLA. I had a question about one, man. This line has been dropping. You know, my they're not my boys, you know what I'm saying? But SMU, I have passed by SMU 1,000 times, thousands of times, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, thousands of times. Never went to a game, though. But what you think? Is Clemson, are they done? Do they still got some hope? Because you know what I'm saying, that's a line that looked funny to me as well. And I think that it's been dropping like a bad habit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The line been dropping. I think it's even starting to go to 6.5. It's shit that is down to 5.5. I know it was like 9.5 at first. It's dropping like heavily. Do you think Clemson sitting at 3-3? Like obviously, if they can win out, it could be a different type of year. They coming off 2 straight blowout wins versus UNC versus Boston College. Can SMU keep up with them, or is Clemson, you know what I'm saying, finally stop BSing around?
Yeah, that line did drop a whole lot.
Bunch. So there got to be some injuries or something.
Man, it was, they played each other last year and it went right down to the wire. I want to say Clemson's kicker might have made like a 57-yard field goal, 58-yard field goal.
34-31.
To win that game. You know how much I like Kevin Jennings. That's my dog. I feel like he's a really good quarterback and he's much better than Cade Klubnik. So now we have to see, can SMU's defense keep it up? They haven't really played anyone this year but TCU. That's the thing. Well, they played Baylor, and they gave away too many points to Baylor.
Right.
This is a game right here. I would definitely lean SMU money line. If I'm going to play it, I'll play SMU on the money line and then try to watch the game and catch back up and, get my money and buy out or whatever if I need to. But the play initially for me would be SMU just because I like the quarterback better. Brett Lashley, he's right on the same tier as Dabo. It's just that he's a new age coach, and Dabo is still stuck in his old ways, man. Clemson has a really good set of wide receivers, good running backs, good defensive line as always, but SMU can match up with them now. And now if it comes down to difference being Kevin Jennings, I like SMU, and I also like the revenge factor in this game as well, as they're going to want to get revenge back for last year for them knocking them out like that. So I'd lean SMU money line and the points.
Yeah, somebody hammering it. I know I seen 9.5 earlier this week, and I looked this morning 6.5, and then I think just while we're doing the show down to 5.5 now, man. So I mean, it's somebody out there putting some money on SMU. We don't know if it's the right side, but yeah, I mean, damn, bro, it's even going to 4. It's even going to 4.5.
Yeah, it's half the line. It was earlier.
It looked like it was 10.
And I'm so mad because I started to get it this week at 9, Jay. When I seen, I was like 9 points. That's ridiculous.
I thought the same shit.
At night, I got to roll with this team because the quarterback, he's going to keep them in the game. Yeah. Ends up where now it's no value for me. So that's why I say the only way I do it is take that plus 200. Out the door
facts.
While I'm up on.
That's kind of what they telling us this shit. It's a really good chance that they might win outright. When you usually see a line dropping like that, I wouldn't be surprised they won outright. But shit, we're gonna see what happens, man. But all right, let's go to some NFL here, man.
Let's get it.
5. Good Lord. Jets.
Garbage bowl.
they getting one at the crib versus the Panthers. Panthers laying one on the road, man. What are we doing? Coming off a win, the Jets, I mean, they can't be winless forever. 5. I mean, shit. I don't know. I got them wrote down. I hadn't bet up what I got wrote down is first win of the season. I don't know if I'm gonna get there to where I put money on it, but that's my lean on the game, man. It's just like I'd be in pain if I put money on the Jets and lost. It'd be like a double loss because knowing damn well I shouldn't even be messing with the damn game. But Jets are nothing. 5. What do you think?
I just think Carolina is not a good team on the road, and we saw a little life. I don't know if it was more the refs. Or was it the players? But we saw a little life last week from the Jets defense against the Broncos.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna play like they played last week against the Broncos, they're gonna win this game.
Yeah. Got to
Defensively.
score a fucking
Yeah.
touchdown. Damn.
Well, they just were talking about the only quarterback in the league who hasn't thrown the interception is Justin Fields, and it's because he doesn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
He just holds it, and Aaron Glenn is in some real trouble. He's under the scope, man. Like, he's going to be one of them dudes they try to do like David Culley at Houston, where you one and done. I told people before the year started that Aaron Glenn was a horrible hire. People thought I was hating. Like, oh, look at the job he did with Detroit. I'm like, nah, that's Dan Campbell. Yeah. He just likes him, and he, because that's his boy, he like Aaron Glenn, the guy. He's, going to let him run the defense. But we've seen over the years, the Lions could have easily made it to the Super Bowl twice. The reason they never went was because Aaron Glenn and that defense. Yeah. They couldn't stop anybody. So
they did have a bunch of injuries too, though.
The last time.
I see what you're saying.
In San Francisco, it wasn't no need for that, bro. When they was because I'm still mad about that game. I had the Lions money line. I had like 2 bands on there, bro. And bro, they should have won. They were blowing them out the first half, and then they let them come back in the second half because Aaron Glenn and that crazy ass defenses that he was employing. He went to like a prevent and would just let Brock Purdy get all types of easy throws, try to run the clock, just stay aggressive. But let's hope that he learned something from this past week, and he's not doing anything stupid like he did last week. I know the NFL wanted them to win, Jay. I don't know if he was up early betting that game. I was up early watching that game. It was 6:30 in the morning out here.
Yeah, I was watching. It's the Broncos. Everybody watches.
Before the half, when he put Breece Hall in the game and the real offensive line with the punt team, and Sean Payton, maybe the smartest head coach in the whole league, he looked, he talked to his special teams guy. Yeah. He must have got a buzz. Let him do it.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make no sense for him to let them run such a simple fake punt. Like, their whole offense in there, bro. This not their special teams. What are you doing?
Right.
They make it, and then after they make it, Aaron Glenn calls a draw to Breece Hall. He gets like 2 yards, and they just let the clock run out. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But it worked out for me because the group and I had the Broncos first half, so it ended up working all right. But Aaron Glenn is under a lot of pressure. He got to win this game. You got to beat Carolina.
Absolute must win.
I'm going to say the Jets just because I don't believe in either one of these teams, but I'm just hoping that Aaron Glenn understands that if he loses this game, he might get fired. So we're going to go with the fact that the Jets are very desperate for a win. The league needs them to get a win.
Facts.
Justin Fields should not lose to the Panthers. He should be the best player on the field. The Jets should be able to turn over Bryce Young a couple times in the first half because Bryce plays really well after halftime, especially in the fourth quarter. That's his time. Before that, he's kind of mediocre. So if the Jets can get a big enough lead built, they should be able to hold on in the end. Both of these teams are straight garbage. This is just the angle that I think that out of the sorry teams, that the Jets are a little bit better at home than Carolina is. I'm not going to let Carolina's 3-3 record fool me. They're not good.
Yeah, it's crazy because the Jets had some close calls. Yeah, damn near beat the Steelers. Damn near came back and beat the well, I don't think they came back and beat the Bucks. Yeah, they almost beat, but I know they came back and covered versus the Bucks, but they wasn't like they really had a chance to win, but still played them close, played them tight. Damn, could have beat the Dolphins. I know they was hanging, I think they was hanging with the Cowboys for a little bit, but regards to that, they definitely should have beat the Broncos for sure. But I mean, you can just kind of tell the Broncos just on some bullshit, but they were supposed to beat the Broncos. So if all these teams that they supposed to beat, this should be the game, man. So and everybody on the Panthers as well. Nobody's betting the Jets. Nobody's betting the Jets. Everybody, oh shit, the Panthers, they beat the Falcons. Oh shit, they beat the Cowboys. They won 3 out of the 4 weeks. They've covered 4 of their last 5 games. But yeah, I don't think nobody taking the Jets.
The Panthers are public. There are 2.
That's when you want to bet.
Yeah. There are 2 for the books, Jay. You know what I'm saying? You know how they had those certain teams like that.
When the money against them, then that's when they cover. Then when there's money on them, because I think it's like 70. I mean, it's different spots, but just know a lot of people betting the Panthers and they think shit easy, and they're the road favorite at that. 5. Yeah. I don't
Panthers and the Giants. Panthers and the Giants are the 2 teams they're going to use the rest of the year like that.
Yeah.
They know Jackson Dart is popular. they're gonna ride him. Just like he looked horrible against the Saints, got blew out. Next week, he's with Philly, all the money against him. They let him win. This week, he's gonna get murdered because all the money gonna be on him. Yeah. Same way with the Panthers, bro. They win at home because everybody's fading them against better teams. Now they're gonna go on the road. This might not be close. The Jets might win by double digits. I think the Jets can win this one, bro.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I might get there with you. Like I said, I got it wrote down. Just sometimes, man. Good. But yeah, they gotta win one. I know that they got. Let's see, they got Cincinnati, and then they got the Browns on deck. Shit, you never know. They might have around get a little 3-game win streak, but you gotta win this one. They the last team that's 0-6. So I always like to look at it like, you know what I'm saying. NFL don't want their teams looking bad for too long. No. They gotta at least gift them one. They at the crib. They'll probably get a little help, and there's some pass interference, all type of shit. Garrett Wilson is out, right? He out, but it don't really help. But shit.
Oh, Garrett Wilson out? They confirmed.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he confirmed, but I know if he hyperextended his knee, he probably ain't coming back.
Oh, that's gonna help us a lot. Then that's gonna definitely make everybody bet on Carolina.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be. I don't know for sure.
So that's an Alan Lazard game.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, and don't write it in stone. But if he hyperextended his knee, that ain't some. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. I hyperextended my shit. I never thought I was gonna walk again, bro. For real, shit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, last game, man. Being 5 kind of on the same wave this week, man. I got it wrote down. I hadn't bet anything NFL. At the end, I'll give you my little list, man, that I got wrote down. But Seahawks laying 3.5 at the crib versus the Texans in this one, 5. Did the Texans even play last week? I think they're coming off a bye. But yeah, so you're coming off a bye. Definitely need a win. 5. Seahawks riding high. They coming from cross country, went to Jacksonville. I bet I put a little something on the Seahawks last week, but in this one, I just think it's what you think, Five.
I think that the country is going to be introduced to the best defense in the NFL. Last week, I'm gonna tell you again. Like, remember last week I said that Longhorn is over my shoulder. Yeah. What the dudes in the chat got it there. He thought that I was showing favoritism, not knowing that. Man, I don't do that at all. It's no emotions with my bet. It just happened that this. Longhorn that looks beautiful in my den that we got dedicated to the, Texas. It's a whole oil wells. It's all type of stuff over there from Texas. But that same bull is the way I'm riding with these Houston Texans, man. You see the bull, so that's what it is this week, man. Houston Texans have allowed 60 points for the whole season. And you're going to tell me that I'm supposed to trust Sam Darnold? I haven't forgot who Sam Darnold is. I don't care what he has done, and he looks a little bit better this year. He does have a really good coach over there. Mike McDonald's a great coach. I liked him with the Ravens. I knew he was going to do well in Seattle. But against that pressure, the only team with 2 players that are in the top 10 in pressures and sacks, Danielle Hunter coming off the end, Will Anderson coming off the end. You got Sting, and they're talking all that noise in Seattle about JSN, about what Smith and Jig was going to do to him. Stingley's going to shut him down. If he doesn't, Laster's going to shut him down. The 2 best cornerbacks in the whole league are with the Texans. The Texans aren't watched a lot just because we're just now recently starting to become a couple primetime games like this one this year. But all last year, beginning of the year, no one really watches Texans outside of the Houston fan base. So they're not familiar with just how good this defense is. Even with the loss to Tampa Bay on Monday night early in the year, they should have won that game. It just simply came down to Henry Tuatu didn't make the play when D'Amico drew it up. D'Amico has had a whole week to get ready for this team. At the podium, I heard him speak about the way that approached the Seattle offense. He said they've run the Clint Kubiak stuff, and that's what he's very familiar with the Kubiak tree. With him being with the 49ers for long and being in all those meetings with Shanahan. As you know, Shanahan's system is nothing but what Kubiak took, because Clint Kubiak played for Mike Shanahan, used his system, gave it to his son, Clint Kubiak, who's the OC over there at Seattle. I think that the Texans are going to win this game. Money line. I think that they got a lot of confidence last week against Baltimore. CJ has his swag back. Nick Caley is calling much better plays. I think that's going to transcend to this game. the Texans are a much better roster than people think. They're just figuring out the team, and D'Amico is a really, really sharp coach. You got two of the sharpest coaches in the league. These are two of the few defensive coordinators that I like at head coach with Mike McDonald and D'Amico Ryans. I don't really like DCs for the head coach because when they get that, where they get way too conservative, they don't think about the offensive side. They're always playing for the punt, you know? So, but these two guys here are sharp enough to understand both sides of the ball. Really great matchup. I'll take the 3.5. I'll give you guys the 3.5. But me personally, I think that the Texans are going to win this game. Money line. I think they're going to get it done. I think that they're going to show everyone that this is by far the best defense in the National League, and defense still wins championships. So give me the Texans plus 3.5. All the money will be on Seattle. They're a much more popular brand. People saw the shootout they had with Tampa Bay. People love Sam Darnold. We're going to see this week that Seattle's offense is very limited. They're not as good as people think that they are. Their running game is non-existent. And if you shut down JSN, now you got Sam Darnold holding the ball too long. And when he holds the ball too long, bad things have happened his whole career. Whether it's an interception, whether it's a fumble, strip fumbles, he does not.
Ghosts.
Yeah,
he ghosts out there.
He sees ghosts. And the thing about Sam Darnold is he doesn't have good instincts. It's really easy to get around the corner on him and to strip the ball. For some reason, when he locked in down the field, he's just locked in. He's not paying attention to who's behind him, man. I think the Texans are going to dominate this game. I think that defense is going to look really good. I think they're going to come to play. I do like Seattle. I just don't think – I think they're overrated right now, and I think that the Texans are underrated. And I think that line shows you with them only getting 3.5 at one of the best home field advantages in the whole NFL in Seattle with the 12th man.
Yeah, no, that's a good point there. I feel like the way I'm looking at this game, this is the way for, like, obviously Texans coming off 2 straight wins, but like this is their way to get back into the season. This is a huge game. Either you're gonna be sitting at 3-3 or you're gonna be sitting at 2-4. You see what I'm saying? That could be possibly be a big difference there, man. Because now you possibly got to climb out of a hole. Which you had already started. You see what I'm saying? So I started 0-4, 0-3. So I just feel like this is a big game for the Texans coming off a bye. They rested, they're healthy, they ready to go. And then, like you say, just it's a lot of love for the Seahawks. I mean, which they've been playing well. And I kind of had a feeling that they would come in, Jacksonville just be a little fat and happy last week, man. But still coming out cross-country travel. They won 4 of their last 5. Really didn't kind of face some weak opponents. They lost versus the Bucs, but I mean they faced the Cardinals, barely beat the Cardinals. Shit, they smacked up the Saints as well. They beat Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh's a little vulnerable. So beat the Jags when they're vulnerable as well. Now they catching a team like, all right, look, let's come in here. We need this game, man. So I'm just looking at that 3.5, and I got another homie from Houston. And I told him, I said, bro, Houston about to win. They about to win this week. He said, you already know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just got a feeling that I just know I'm taking that 3 in the hook. They lose by 3.
Sure.
We still get the cash. But I do think it's a somewhat of a must-win game for the Texans to get back into it. You know what I'm saying? This season.
They got to keep up with the Colts, man. The Colts are playing really good, but the Colts haven't played anyone. They playing a last place or third place schedule. I can't wait till the Texans play the Colts. I can't wait for that one. I can't wait. I'm gonna load up on the Texans. I can't wait because Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold are those type of quarterbacks that they're playing well, but at the end of the day, you are who you are. You know, like can't nobody. You can do whatever you want to do. Jay gonna win on NBA. You can do whatever you want to do. 5 gonna win on tennis and on college football. I might have a down week. You might have a down week, but at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you're an expert at those fields. Same way with Sam Darnold, same way with Daniel Jones. They're quarterbacks, but they each have a ceiling, man. And at some point, when the right type of defense is turned up and put that pressure on them, they're going to go back to who they are. And that's guys who are going to make bad decisions with the ball.
Yeah. Dan Jones been playing well, man. I know you don't really like Herbert that much, but shit, Chargers might take care of them Colts this week, man.
I got to look at the numbers. That's going to be a real popular game. That's going to be a really heavy, big game. Is Joe out back?
I don't know, bro.
That's the key. Because the Chargers haven't been able to block for Herbert. That's why they've been losing. So, and he's one of those guys. He can move.
They say the pass rush hadn't been really getting to the quarterback either. Obviously, you're going to need that to get to Daniel Jones, get him scary.
Yeah, well, the coach, the first thing you got to do with them is shut down the running game. You got to shut down Jonathan Taylor. You got to make them play where every time it's drop backs with Daniel Jones. Because long as Jonathan Taylor around there eating and getting 5 yards and popping runs and dancing and they having fun, they moving forward all the time, it's easy on Daniel Jones. Because now all he had to do is put it in his stomach, pull it out, play action, and guys are wide open. You have to shut down the run to beat the coach. So the Chargers are a solid defense against the run, so they might be all right. They might be able to stay. Where the game at? It's in
LA.
In LA. They don't have no home field advantage.
Yeah, they don't got no home field advantage, but still, you still got Indy.
Where the money at, Jay?
You still having them to go all the way over there. Let me just make sure.
I haven't even looked at that game, but it's a very intriguing matchup, though.
Let's just see. Yeah, I'd have to look to a few places. I don't like to just look at one place to see where the money is.
I'm guessing the earliest going to be on the coast, though.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think nobody really betting against the coast because they making everybody money right now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that. I don't think the money is on the Chargers. Yeah, it's just one place I'm looking at. It's a lot. It's most of the money is the majority of the tickets on the coast, but y'all already knew that. But I'd have to look at a few different places, and it's already Thursday, so that's some shit you got to look. You really want to see Sunday morning. Sunday morning, that's when you want to see. It's the same thing with college. Saturday morning, that's where you want to see where all the money at. Look at the line right before the game. That's when the limits, you know what I'm saying? When the people placing big bets, they come in like an hour before the game. Like that last hour, they come in to slam shit, 100 racks, 50, 20 racks, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think the money going to be on the coast, and I lean Chargers, but let's get out of here. Let's recap the looks, man. Just real quick, this is what I had written down. Just for some, I don't know, just the way I look at NFL, man.
Okay.
Titans plus 7.5. Jags plus a 3 if they home away from home. Jets first win of the season. Chargers. I did think Cowboys, but I thought that I need the Commanders to win on versus the Bears, and then I thought that the Cowboys going to be a good look. The fact they lost, they might come out there and smack shit out of the Cowboys. And then I had the Lions and take Lions with a bounce back spot, and then the Texans as well. So that's just what I had written down for NFL.
I like that Jacksonville play a lot, Jake, because
I like it, bro.
As you said,
that's their house. That's their career.
Is Puka Nacua playing? He all right?
I think he fucked up. I think Nakua's out. Right? I think he out. That's gonna be a huge loss for the Rams.
Yeah, that's their whole offense. Now they got to run Kyron Williams, and now you got to find someone to put in that spot. Are they gonna start running the plays for Devontae Adams? And I don't know if he can. He doesn't have the short space quickness that Nakua and Cooper Kupp used to have. He's more what he's doing. He's a Y. You're going to go deep with him. Well, excuse me, X. You want to go deep with him. Nakua is more of a Y. So I don't know. Devontae Adams is still really good, but now you got Tutu Atwell. You got to rely on. Yeah. If Nakua is out, I like the Jags on that one too. As you say, home away from home with the 3 in London. I'd like
to see their record, bro, because I feel like they always win when they go to London. They're
pretty good in London. Yeah.
And they obviously used to going there as well every year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never betting against the Jags in London. I remember when they were sorry as hell.
They always
they were trash. They always won in London.
They got fans because London liked the Jaguars because of the owner, Sam Khan. Yeah. I think he has some ties to London. I don't know if he's from there, but he definitely owns a Premier League team over there or something like that.
Yeah, I think the Jags the spot, man. But like I said, I'm not an NFL guy. I just kind of look at like the big picture, you know what I'm saying, the market. I like to go with teams on a bounce back, go with teams that's on a letdown, you know what I'm saying? Team just fired their coach. I like fucking around with I like betting on them type of angles, man. Them rah-rah type of spots, man. But what you like, Five? Recap your plays. You're the football expert. I hadn't bet anything yet either. I can't lie to you. I hadn't bet. I know I'm hitting the casino tomorrow night, but I hadn't bet a single football play this week.
Okay, so we're playing the Steelers -3 for the first half. Steelers have been excellent in the first half. We don't want to deal with the full game just because we know that Mike Tomlin wants to get in there and get out of there with a win. I think they established themselves early in that game. We're going to go with East Carolina tonight, -16.5. I do lean the under 54 as well on that. I think East Carolina is just a much better team than Tulsa. On Saturday morning, we're going to go with Michigan for the first half at -3. If you see the hook, don't take that. Take later 3. I've seen some hooks because I think some money is coming in on Michigan for that first half. So just do first half -3 a lot of sharp guys like myself know that Washington has a long trip and they start slow. So if you catch the 3 in a hook, try to get it to a 3 or hold off and wait till it goes live and try to jump in. You might get a 2.5 or a 3. All right, and then we're going to go from there to the hedges. We're going with Georgia, -7.5. If you can buy it down to 7, do so, but I don't think it's going to need it. I think that they're going to blow out Ole Miss. I think this is a multiple score win by Georgia, and I also think that Shamlis is shut down. I think that they're going to have a difficult time moving the ball against a motivated Georgia team. Georgia cannot lose any more games, and last year they got embarrassed by Ole Miss. And also, I don't know if you saw it, Lane Kiffin kind of took a shot at Kirby Smart, tried to call him fat. So Kirby Smart might
they know each other.
They know each other. All them boys know each other. They know each other really well because I think they might have been on the Alabama staff together, if I'm not mistaken. Kirby might have been gone by then. I don't know, but they all know each other because they good old Southern boys, and in the coaching ranks, they probably kick it. They probably homeboys. So and then you got the Jets. We're gonna wish it on a star that somehow Aaron Glenn doesn't blow this one for us, man. So we're gonna go with this.
What you think about the first half? What you think about first half? Or
Jets first half probably be a good
because they got to get a lead. You can't be coming out here getting behind.
I like that angle. I like that angle. Jets probably be the Jets plus a half. So I'd probably lean that angle, but it's just BFI bowl, So we'll see. But it's a numbers play for us and desperation play because the Jets got to get a win, bro. And Carolina belly is a little full because they don't expect much out there, and they won last week against the Cowboys. So
they went out, partied, all type of shit.
Partied, and now they go up to the Jets. They suck on defense, but they still kind of known for their defensive. Having a defense over there and a defensive prowess. So maybe Aaron Glenn can figure out a way to make it hard on Bryce Young because Bryce Young is a little guy.
Bryce Young might work. He might be working.
Yeah, hopefully he's working for us, man. We'll see. He might got some promises for later in his career, right? So let's go with that. What they did. We're gonna take, of course, the Texans plus 3.5, man. Bro said he can't do it. Yeah, don't play that game. If you feel that way, don't play it. Just stay away from it. It's plenty games to bet. But on my handicap and my system, for some reason, Jay, the biggest margin that I saw mistake on the spread was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that and the two I gave you guys. I'm always going to give you guys the best ones that run through my system, man. And it came back that the Jets should win this game by about 4 points. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna let it play out a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised, like you said, we might need to go first half because Bryce tends to play good in the fourth quarter. And then last game, Monday Night Football, we got 3.5. It might be up to 4 by the time the game starts because nationally, people don't believe a lot in the Texans, bro.
Shit, hell no. They was going down. Them 3.5, shit, I need to get to the casino. Them 3.5's leaving. It's going back down to 3.
Oh, so we got reverse line movement.
Now it's 3 with juice. But yeah, Just wager talk screen. It's 71% of tickets, 68% of the money on the Seahawks. It's differentiate. One thing that places that you want to look for, and that's DraftKings. You want to look at their money percent because I don't know why, but every time they got some lopsided shit, and they gonna be the main ones that's gonna fuck with some shit too. When you see some numbers with DraftKings and they got a bunch, like you can even look on the app too. Right. And it'll show you like the percentages, like as far as the money line and on the spread. I mean, who knows? They could be gaslighting shit, but if it's a huge discrepancy, when it's DraftKings, I don't know why. That's one I definitely pay attention to, man. So
who else
them 3.5's leaving.
I didn't mean to cut you off. You know who else I pay attention to? If you guys don't follow that guy Ewing from MGM,
John Ewing, him and Ben Fawkes.
Yeah,
him and Ben
Fawkes put up some good numbers because I've seen times before where they say the money is here. And I look on my app because, of course, we buy all that stuff. I got all types of apps to show where the money at. Yep. And it'll be completely opposite.
Yeah.
And their money is usually right. So, they good dudes. They gonna give you. So it's a guy, Patrick Everson. You want to check? I know him. That's my boy.
I know with Patrick for sure. Yeah, I used to work with Action with him. So Patrick Everson, these are guys. We just giving y'all info. 3 guys you need to be following on Twitter right fucking now, especially if you want to know money percent. And they do this shit for everybody: college, NFL, basketball, hockey, all this shit. Ben Fawkes. If you want, you can look at my follow list or 5. Ben Fawkes Patrick Everson, John Ewing.
Yeah,
the 3 guys that you, and they're gonna give it to you like the info they get. They don't get nothing from putting out false info. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're gonna give it to you like it is. It may matter, it may not. They just give you the info. You see what I'm saying? So
shout out to Patrick. Me and Patrick go way back, Jay. Patrick, me and him used to kick it all the time. When I used to bet in MGM, I used to be upstairs in the VIP, and he'd come up there and shoot his segments, and we used to chop it out. That's when he first started covers years ago, bro.
Yeah, I remember him from covers. Yeah, I fuck with him, man. I fuck with Patrick Everson. There's some good dudes out there, man, that still want to see us win. But I just want people to understand like where the books are going, because like with NBA preseason, I'll be looking for info to see who is in or out, and the line being moved. Like you could see the line will move from 1 to 8. I'm just trying to help people out, seeing where this shit's going. Like the books, it used to be where everybody got the info at the same time. Everybody, see what I'm saying? Now they got people with insiders taking the info to the books before you can find this shit anywhere. That was the whole reason why I had Twitter, so I could find info. And now it's you're not finding shit until like 30 minutes before the game, but you'd already see the line move. You see what I'm saying? It's just crazy out here, File. It used to be everybody got the injury info at the same time, bro. You would start to see the line move.
Forbidden, Jay. I talked about it millions of times on the Wagering World. Me and Jake, we dinosaurs. We've been betting a long time, bro. We not old. We just been in it forever since we was young boys. So when we jumped in the game, it was still old Italians and old Jewish men in the back making numbers, bro. They was crunching numbers, and their whole goal was to get money on both sides and make the bid. That shit is over with. Been over with ever since they spread out of Vegas. When Vegas was just the only people governing this stuff, they weren't allowing all that mess. They weren't allowed. They'll call out players for cheating. They'll call a team and say, hey, man, you got to watch this guy. But ever since it went corporations' bottom line is the number, is about numbers. Their bottom line is making money. So they went and bought all these. You go look, DraftKings, FanDuel, they all spent billions of dollars, Jay, on AI, because their goal is to tell the AI, this is what we're trying to accomplish, and that's what the AI puts out. That means a line is going to make guys like you and I don't care who you are. If you guys like me and Jay, our numbers went down last year and the year before compared to what we used to do, just because they're making numbers to try to trick the best. That's what they want to do. You know, it's about them trying to get everybody on one side and cleaning up. That's why we had
clean up, boy.
We used to just go in here and bet off our knowledge of ball. It ain't like that no more.
Make
you gotta
really
know where the money at now, bro.
Yeah, we got to adapt and adjust, man. But like, I just wanted to say that just to help people out, because we always trying to help. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, people are losing money more than ever on sports betting, man. So just be careful out there. And shit, we try to give you the info, try to give you the sources, all that type of stuff. We still gonna make some money on it. It's just a lot more corrupt these days, man. So we're just trying to help. It's all love, man. It's us versus the bookies, us versus the machine, man. Make sure y'all go follow my guy 5-Star in Vegas on Twitter right now. He does shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The Wagering World. I think he goes live on Twitter. Does it on YouTube. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, man. So and that's it, man. We back on next Thursday as well, same time. Let's try and get this cash, man. Let's cash these plays, make some money on some football this weekend, my guy. Let's get it, man.
Let's get it, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, anything else you want to say? What?
Man, it's always a blessing to be here. I appreciate everyone in the community. Everyone was able to stack up some bread last week. Be smart with your money. Be smart with your bankroll, guys. Let's continue to make money. That's what we're here for.
Facts. That's a fact, my guys. All right, man. We out. Let's go.